today's segment, we will be focused on keeping our indoor air quality healthy because there are many do-it-yourself projects around the home that we are doing that will tend to drum up a lot of dust. And yes, we put down tarps and use shop vacs with HEPA filter attachments, but there's still dust in the home. So in our many discussions, we try to come up with some sort of solutions that continue to better the home quality. And one of the things that we came up with is, at first, in the construction industry, you generally want to come up with something called a air scrubber. Well, kind of on the high end, expensive. We're not using chemicals like that for such a thing. So we amped it down a little bit, if I can say that, and decided to go with air purification. Now on the market, there were many products that we went through and we tried to find. We went through many, just to say the least. Well, anyway, we came up with a product that I think is an effective product. I tested it myself. I'm going to open it up again with you and test out the product so you can see it firsthand, what you will be bringing to your home and keeping your air quality peak perfection, if you will, if I can say that, with your do-it-yourself projects. And with that being said, we're going to start off with the unboxing of what is called the Shark Never Change Air Purifier Max. We picked this up at our big box store, Lowe's. We picked that up yesterday. And with that, we're going to look at some of the things that it caught my eye when I looked at the up to 10 times longer lifespan, when I looked at the filters that supposedly, according to the manufacturer's claim, you don't have to change this particular filter for 5 years. Now, with that being said, if these claims hold true, then what happens is you save the homeowner in the long run money that they can save to do other projects around the home. And with that being said, let's continue to view the product. We noticed that it's comparable in size. It kind of reminds you of like a little R2D2, if you will, Star Wars type thing. Lord Vader, they are coming, little robot. Anyway, supposed to help with pet particles and debris, dust, bacteria, smoke, pollen. So these are added bonuses. I mean, we only really want it because we want to keep down the dust, but these are added benefits. So let's get this thing open. Grab our Leatherman. And no, we are not being sponsored by this product. As again, this was just something that we came up with that we figured would help, like I say, keep the dust down around the home, because that's one of the big things, with children having asthma and respiratory problems. You don't want problems just because you want your home looking nice and you want to, bring medical issues to people. No, of course not. So we're going to take those steps and try and eliminate that. And with the unboxing, let's get these items out. Okay. This is protective material for the unit. Set this down. Okay. This is our air neutralizer. We'll get to that in a moment. Continue with our unboxing, our quick startup guide. Unit is nice and solid, not heavy. Let's clear this plastic off. Make sure there's nothing else in the box. The box is empty. Okay. Now, let's see. The first step that you want to do with setting up your unit is you want to continue to remove the things that you're supposed to do and set up the unit accordingly. With that being said, I'm going to flip the unit over because per the instructions you are supposed to flip the unit over so that you can take the packaging off of the HEPA filter, because of course we wouldn't want to start this unit up and it defeats the purpose, and we don't know what would happen in that regard. With that being said, let's flip this unit over. So I'm going to unscrew the bottom. You can see on the unit, hopefully, if I can get a close up, there is a lock and unlock. So you merely turn it in the direction of the unlock and pull up. This is releasing the inner compartment, where the filter is. You're going to pull the filter out and remove it from its plastic, shipping plastic. Now, this is a very solid filter. I mean, it is a solid, that is a nice solid filter. So now, let me show you what the unit looks like. On the inside, you can see the fan. The filter goes into the housing. I will screw the top back on. And you can kind of see around how the air will come up around the sides, but we'll get back into that in a moment. Let's continue to assemble this the way it's supposed to be. Now, there is no particular right or wrong way to insert the filter. You can insert the filter either way. It's not a right or wrong way. So with that being said, we will drop the filter in this housing, push it in till we hear that click. We know the filter is properly housed. Now what we're going to do is take our top, grab it, and repeat the process of what we did. Instead of opening it, we will lock the product, and you heard that click, indicating that the top is locked in place. We don't want that filter dropping out or it coming unattached when we invert it. So with that being said, we will invert the unit. Now we have, before we can turn on the power, we have a sticker that reminds us do not power on without first turning upside down. Remove the filter from plastic, and we did that. We will remove this plastic so when we plug up the unit we can turn it on. Now I'll remove that sticker. Now these were, I'm going to check, these were the side screens that go in each side. You want to just check them to make sure they're in place. There are no obstructions, no debris. Just, yeah, we know it's a new unit, but we want to make sure there are no plastic wrapping, cellophane, or anything like that. You pull the other side off, and what's going to happen is as the dust accumulates in the unit, you will first get it on these filters, on the outside filter, and these can be simply wiped down and placed into the unit, and that will allow your HEPA filter to last much longer. Now we have everything in place. Let's look around the unit. We have our extension cord. Okay. We will plug our extension cord into our power block. Now, as soon as we do that, there's an indicator that comes on that we can power on the unit. Oh, and I forgot one thing. This, you don't have to insert it, but you can. For this particular example, I will insert it because the homeowner wanted it inserted anyway, and we will do this. The odor neutralizer pack, we will open that now. Okay. Now what we will do is we will grab the cartridge out of the packaging, and there is a top that's on, if you can see it, there is a top on the unit that simply pulls up as such. You can hold on to that, invert the plug as such, and we're going to place that plug into the top of the unit. We're going to grab that plug. We're going to align it with the mark here. There is a mark on the unit. See those two triangle marks? If I can bring it in as such, we're going to line that up, drop it in place. We're going to pull that lever up, and we're going to turn it to the left. And we're going to get that click. That click indicates that it's locked in place. So with that being said, and that is the area, if you continue to turn it, you will adjust how much fragrance that you will get from the unit, the air dispersal. Okay, now with that being said, we're going to turn the unit on for the first time. Unit is now powering up. Now, as you can see, we do not have clean air at the moment. We are at 78% and climbing. It will fluctuate as it continues to clean the air, because what's happening is the air in the room is being pulled in on these side fins on both sides of the unit and pulled up and pushed out. So now the filter, all of the dust and debris in the air smoke particles, whatnot, is going to get caught in that HEPA filter. And what's going to happen is you're going to have clean air come out the top. And it's blowing pretty decent. Now, right now, what we're going to do for the example of this, we're going to take over and we're going to turn it all the way up. You can hear it. It has some strong, air movement. I mean, it is a fan. And with that being said, we're going to use the old toilet paper trick to show you how the air is really moving. I mean, that air is really moving. And you can see how it's being sucked to the sides. So with all of that dust and pollen and what may be in your air, your particulates, the different air particulates, this is going to pick that up. And as you watch, those numbers are going to climb. And when the unit turns blue, we're going to have good quality air in here. Now, is this the perfect thing where you have guaranteed air, 100% air quality? Of course not. This is the real world. This is an old home. But we are going to try our best utilizing the tools that we have at our disposal. And with that being said, this is the Shark Never Change unit. And again, I got this from Lowe's, and it retail valued at $279.99, of course, plus tax. Like I say, it is a very good unit from what I can tell. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to get a little more into the directions. I'm going to bring it down to the auto setting. The auto setting, what it does is the sensors that's built into the unit will measure the particulate that is in the air. The more particulate, the higher the fan speed will go up when you have it set on auto. You will notice that the fan speed sometimes will drop at the very lowest setting, and then sometimes it will rise, especially if you're cooking a good scrumptious meal or not. You have a time setting that you can set a timer, whether you want the unit to run an hour, 2 hours, give or take. You have a night light where you can highlight the light. You can bring that down if you don't want it as bright. You can totally eliminate it, but we're going to bring that back. When it blinks, now as you see, our air quality is picking up. As we're airing right now, as we're recording this, we're up to 94%. I mean, that's good. And we're only at 2 bars as far as fan speed. And then, of course, you have a locking feature here. This just allows you to lock it out in case you have kids that want to play with it, or, it inadvertently gets touched or whatnot. It just prevents that from happening, which is, I like that. And like I say, the unit is pretty solid. You can go through, once you familiarize yourself, you can go through the different readings of what particulate it may be in your air. But as you continue to see, we're climbing. We're in the blue, and that's where we want to be. And with that being said, thank you again for stay tuning to Michael, your handyman. Thank you. And keep coming back. If you like this and the many other videos we are releasing and working on, give it a like and subscribe. Thank you and have a blessed day.